Have you ever stopped to think if there is actually a correct side to sleep on? Or do you think that's just another one of those old wives' tales passed down through generations without a single shred of scientific proof? Recently, this exact debate has been blowing up all over social media, sparking arguments and confusion everywhere. The truth is, most of us just crawl into bed, turn off our brains, and toss and turn all night. We change positions over and over, completely unaware that something as incredibly simple as the side of your body you choose to rest on the mattress can directly interfere with how your entire internal organism functions while you are unconscious. But what if this choice influenced far more than just how comfortable you feel? What if sleeping on one specific side could dictate how well you digest your food, how clearly you breathe, whether you snore, and even how refreshed you feel the next day? By the end of this video, you are going to have the definitive, scientifically backed answer to this question. Plus, if you stick with me, I am going to reveal a completely natural, almost miraculous nutrient combination that you should take before bed to guarantee the deepest sleep of your life, even if you think you already sleep pretty well. Before we dive into the science, let me ask you a quick favor. If you enjoy learning evidence-based facts about your health, go ahead and hit that like button right now. It is incredibly important for the growth of this channel, and if you are not subscribed yet, make sure to hit subscribe. After you watch, share this video on WhatsApp with your family and your closest friends. This simple information can absolutely change someone's daily life. The scientific community has been investigating this question with increasing attention. Studies across physiology, gastroenterology, and pulmonology have made one thing abundantly clear. Your body posture during sleep is never truly neutral. When you lie down, gravity doesn't just stop working. It continues to act relentlessly on your internal organs, on the passage of air through your respiratory tract, and on the flow of blood returning to your heart. So, does a perfect side to sleep on actually exist, or does it all depend on the individual person? The internet is full of wild claims right now, so we need to separate the exaggerated myths from the actual verified facts. We are going to break down exactly what happens inside your body when you lay on your left side versus your right side. Once you understand the why behind the science, you will have the clarity and conviction to adopt a new, healthier habit tonight. Let's start with what happens to your breathing the moment your head hits the pillow. What exactly happens to your respiration when you choose a side? Sleeping in a lateral position, specifically on your left side, can significantly improve your overall ventilation. It reduces snoring and can dramatically decrease episodes of sleep apnea, which is that terrifying moment when your breathing momentarily stops while you are fast asleep. Let me give you a very serious, non-negotiable rule right out of the gate. If you are someone who suffers from sleep apnea, you must never, ever sleep flat on your back, facing the ceiling. Sleeping on your back is a massive aggravating factor. When you lie flat, gravity pulls the relaxed tissues of your throat and the base of your tongue directly backward, blocking the airway. This not only causes severe snoring and oxygen deprivation, but it can even lead to something called pulmonary aspiration, which is incredibly dangerous. But when we look at the lateral position, especially on the left side, the mechanics change completely. Sleeping on your side helps keep your upper airways open and prevents them from collapsing. It physically stops the tongue and the soft tissues in the back of your throat from falling backward and blocking the flow of oxygen. With less obstruction, the exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide in your lungs improves drastically. Because you are breathing easier and taking in more oxygen, your sleep naturally becomes much more restorative. In practical terms, breathing just becomes effortless, and you tend to snore far less when you are laying on your left side, directly contributing to a much higher quality of sleep. Now let's talk about your digestion and acid reflux. This is where the argument for sleeping on your left side becomes absolutely undeniable. Of all the benefits studied, The positive impact of the left side sleeping position on the digestive system is by far the most rigorously documented in medical science. This is incredibly important for anyone who suffers from gastroesophageal reflux. Reflux happens when the highly acidic contents of your stomach travel backward and upward into your esophagus. If you've ever experienced this, you know exactly how miserable it is. The burning sensation in your chest, the heartburn, the sharp pain, and sometimes waking up in the middle of the night feeling like you are choking on acid. So why does the side you sleep on matter so much here? It all comes down to simple anatomy and the brilliant mechanics of gravity. Your stomach naturally sits on the left side of your abdominal cavity. When you sleep lying on your left side, the junction where your esophagus meets your stomach is actually kept physically higher than the pool of gastric acid resting inside your stomach. Because that junction points upward when you are on your left side, gravity acts as a natural barrier. It makes it incredibly difficult for the acid to defy gravity and climb back up into your throat. A massive meta-analysis published in 2023 looked very closely at this exact phenomenon. The researchers found that sleeping on the left side significantly reduces the total time your esophagus is exposed to stomach acid. It also dramatically decreases the time it takes for your body to clear out any acid that does manage to escape, especially when compared to sleeping on your right side or flat on your back. People in the studies experienced far fewer episodes of reflux throughout the night. Even if you are lucky enough not to suffer from chronic acid reflux, I strongly advise making the left side your default position. Many of us have the bad habit of eating a heavy dinner late at night or snacking right before bed. Sleeping on your left helps your body process that late night food. It minimizes the digestive damage and prevents you from waking up the next morning feeling bloated, heavy, and sluggish just because you ate a little too much the night before. And speaking of waking up feeling heavy and sluggish, did you know that the quality of your sleep is actually the hidden root cause of unexplained weight gain? A shocking new study shows that 95% of people are missing the deep restorative sleep required to reset their metabolism. If you've been struggling to lose weight, there is a bizarre 10-second bedtime ritual you need to know about. It's a simple 2-capsule nightly habit that resets your fat-burning hormones overnight. In fact, this strange bedtime trick helped a 46-year-old mom melt away 63 pounds of stubborn fat while she slept, without changing her diet, hitting the gym, or counting a single calorie. If you want to restore your deep sleep, eliminate your cravings, and wake up feeling lighter tomorrow morning, grab your phone right now and point your camera at the QR code on the screen to watch a short presentation explaining exactly how this works. I have also placed the link right at the top of the pinned comments below so you can check it out after the video. Now moving on to the impact of sleep posture on your heart and your circulatory system. I want you to pay very close attention here because we need to be very careful with the language and the actual scientific evidence. If you spend enough time online, you will see countless influencers and even some professionals making wild, sensationalist claims about sleeping on the left side and massive cardiovascular benefits. They will tell you that sleeping on your left side relieves the pressure on the major blood vessels, specifically the inferior vena cava. This is the large vein located on the right side of your body that is responsible for carrying deoxygenated blood from your lower body and abdomen back up to your heart. The internet claim is that by sleeping on the left, you free up this vein, thereby miraculously improving blood flow, lowering the circulatory burden on your heart, altering your heart's electrical activity, and even curing dangerous arrhythmias. Here is the reality check, based on serious peer-reviewed research from top cardiology centers. The scientific literature is simply not robust enough to support these massive claims for the general population. While it is true that pregnant women are often advised to sleep on their left side to keep the baby's weight off the vena cava, there is no solid, unquestionable evidence proving that sleeping on the left side will magically strengthen the heart or prevent arrhythmias in the average person. We have to separate the facts from the exaggerations. It is entirely safe, and it certainly won't hurt your heart to sleep on the left side, but you should not expect it to be a magical cure for cardiovascular disease. So let's bring it all together and give you the final verdict. Based on the unquestionable, highly documented benefits for your digestive system and your respiratory tract, I unequivocally recommend that you make sleeping on your left side a nightly habit. Even if the cardiovascular claims are a bit overblown on the internet, the massive reduction in acid reflux, the improvement in airway clearance, and the decrease in snoring make the left side the absolute undeniable winner. Now, as I promised at the beginning of this video, I want to give you a powerful tip to take your sleep to the next level. If you want to wake up feeling completely refreshed, with zero fatigue, you need to help your body regulate its natural nighttime circadian rhythm. You need to bridge the gap between superficial sleep and deep, restorative sleep. To do this, I highly recommend taking a specific nutrient combination 1 to 2 hours before you go to bed. Magnesium combined with the amino acid L-taurine. You will often see this combination called Magnesium Taurate. This specific pairing is incredible because it gives you all the relaxing benefits of magnesium, while the L-taurine works to quiet your central nervous system and significantly lower those end-of-the-day adrenaline spikes. It shuts down that racing mind so you can actually relax. Try adding this to your nightly routine starting today, and you will see a massive difference in your sleep quality. And if you want to optimize your nighttime routine even further, you need to know what you are drinking before bed. Go watch my other video right now about the 4 nighttime drinks that won't spike your blood sugar or ruin your sleep. I will see you over there.